to solve by factoring. We do notice that we have this number in front of our x squared. That's when a does not equal 1. That's just a heads up, we're going to be doing some guessing and checking. But first step, when you solve by factoring, you have to equal 0, which means this 15 needs to get to the other side. So we're going to subtract 15 from both sides. So we're going to look at 4x squared plus 17x minus 15 equals 0. Without that equals 0, we're not going to be able to solve after factoring. So we have a 4x squared. That means we guess and check. So I'm going to go straight to my two parentheses. We know that our first two spots have to multiply to give us 4x squared. I could try a 4x and an x, or I could try a 2x and a 2x. I also know that my second spot has to multiply to give me that negative 15. So I suppose I could try, 5 and 3 or 15 and 1. Because we're trying to get up close to a 17x, I kind of can think a little bit about what I just erased the problem. What I want to be trying. So let me kind of explain my thinking on this one. 4x. So we go to our two sets of parentheses. I'm going to try the 4x and x as my first guess. The reason why is because I know that I'm looking at a 5 and a 3 possibly as my factors of 15. So I want to get up close to the 17. I know that if I multiply my outside terms, and we're going to check the inside terms also here, that's going to get me kind of close up to the 17x. So if I put a 5 here, that means 5 times 3. So I've got my 4x times x to give me 4x squared, my 3 times my 5 to give me 15. Now let's figure out if we can get this positive 17x. So 4x times 5 is 20x. 3 times x is 3x. Can I combine these in any way to get a positive 17? I haven't talked yet about this negative 15. Because we're multiplying to get a negative number, I know that I need 1 plus and 1 minus. So I have to figure out, should it be a negative 20 or a negative 3 when we combine our two middle terms here. Because it's a positive 17, I want a positive 20 with a negative 3. I know 20x plus a negative 3x gives me 17x. So to get that negative 3x, we need the negative 3. To get the positive 20x, I need a positive 5. So we guessed, we checked, we know that we have factored this correctly. So let me erase some of this. Now we can actually finish this off and solve. We're not forgetting that it equals 0. When it equals 0, what we're going to do is you're going to set your factors equal to 0. So pretty much what I like to say is anywhere that you see an x, we write those little equations and set it equal to 0. So 4x minus 3 equals 0, x plus 5 equals 0. Take each little equation, solve for x, and we're going to get our two solutions. In this case, we would add 3. Oh, I am out of room. Can you guys follow me if I come up here? Oh, it's messy. Sorry about that. 4x equals 3. Divide both sides by 4. So one of our answers is a 3/4. Now, this x plus 5 equals 0. I know, just real quick, if we subtract 5 from both sides, that will solve for x. So my other answer is a negative 5. So when you solve by factoring, you have to factor first. Well, get everything equal to 0, factor it, and then set up your little equation so you can solve for x.